Hi, Earth people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, December 20, 2023. Today, first time using live stream. Okay, this new app. Previously, I was using it for a long time. Web camera, my notebook opportunity. But now this new, okay, yesterday was using that first time in Limon Çengeli live. Now Chinghiz live. Which quality view, I don't know. But okay, continue. Yes, this normal web canvas I previously used it for years. This I think block it. I already can't use because they are in YouTube, my YouTube channel. Written this camera, notebook camera, not avoid because opening the other app. This means intervention from outside. They're using all the opportunity for block Chinghiz life. Therefore, I choose this live streaming app. I hope will normal. So continue. What's happening? What happening, people? To you as people, what's happening in the world and why happening, and so climate crisis. This truly will exterminate you as people, and you cross the red line. Crossing the red line. You not will survive if warming of planet Earth will come to 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. And this happening. And you failing stop that. Why you failing that? Well, how you can fail for be survive? You won't be suicide. I think not, of course not. But you failing act, and why this happening? You should realize all nations around the world, developed countries, people too, United States, G7, G20, EU, all countries around all continents. Finally, you shall realize how this possible. When you know you will die if you not will stop climate crisis, you failing. You're not acting for stop climate crisis. Why this happening and how this possible, come to possible? Because truly you failing act. But this main point, if you will realize in your mind why this happening, You will finally understand, and after that will act. I believe in that. You fail in act because you into dome. There no way leave dome. This system which ruled the world, and you fully under this system in dome, fully belong to this system. And which system? You know, this is your history, particular new history. How you allowed these two World War wars, after that brutality of Cold War, and after that another blockbusters, 9/11, 2008, 2016, means 2016, 2020, and during this decade of years, there are genocides in Rwanda, in Balkans, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, officially recognized genocide, and who commit this crime was jailed, charged by International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice. And other brutality. And finally, before your eyes now, happening televised genocide, this first time in your history of your evolution as people. First time, televised genocide happening in Gaza, launched by Israel Terrorist Authority, means inhumane authority, fascist authority. They inhumane, this authority of Israel. Means murdar, in Azeri murdar. Very criminal, very dirt, very supremacist. They above all other nations. In Zionism. And they launched genocide. And if you will understand that, the direct link between who they this. The televised genocide backed by developed countries, by United States, by Britain, other EU countries, EU itself, leadership, Western countries and other countries also, several from other regional worlds. Australia, for example, official. You are talking about official position. Political establishment of these countries decided be part of this televised genocide by their support, aid, financing aid, military aid. But anyway, they continue push this way. And who behind climate crisis? So obvious. Same countries. And they fully belong to this system and system owners who I say in you, this confirmed verified by docs, Rothschild and Co. and British monarch family, part of this Rothschild and Co. 70 to 30%. They own this system. 70% Rothschild and Co. and 30% British monarchy family and Co. And they aided, supported, backed this genocide. And genocide is genocide. You can't allow that as normal. This highest level of brutality, crime, what you can do, humanity, and part of you doing that. Therefore, this real, why climate crisis, and why you failing, and who acting for block you, for stop you, for truly act again, for stop climate crisis. This televised genocide against Palestinians in Gaza, and you finally should take these facts. What this same cause, Rothschild and Co., generally we can call them. And American, as you've seen, political establishment fully belong to them, and others country too, means allies country. I already said that they decided support, aid this genocide. They blocked you, their view, by their full opportunity. It's not only political, they countries' leaders who belong to them, which ruled by the system, means by Rothschild and Co. By schemes, by the lobby schemes, APAC, MAPAC, many schemes, many. They very effective tool. Also big, very big, enough big, easy money direct to pockets, and Jeffrey Epstein means blackmail. Their method, how they rule the world. Undeniable, confirmed, verified. Therefore, political establishment fully belong to them. There is no way they will act contradictory to them as political party, as establishment. There can be individuals revolt and should be, but this not will do so much impact. They need you people who stop them. If not, you watching them who they. I will show you what's happening. What means genocide? What's happening against Palestinians? And this before your eyes happening, live, televised, live genocide. So you can realize this. not other. They this. And they planning launch big war, means world war. No doubt. You have mind. And big war, they call it this big war, big crisis. 5 billion of you, they will kill. How? Watch in Gaza. How? Even much more. They are planning using big war. Tactical nukes, biological weapons, others mass destructive weapons. These viruses without vaccines. No doubt they will do that if we not prevent them. Same they position on climate crisis. They will lie you and they lying you. This last Coronado COP28. They will use any tool for stop. In this point I say you, they very afraid of you. They're very afraid of me. They're very afraid of us when we're together. Because they knew, understand, we can stop them. So, they were afraid. And when they revealing after another Coronado means climate summit text, they try put there something for broke our unite movement worldwide, for go to streets and squares and stop this climate crisis. For that reason they are afraid. If us will billions same day across world on streets and squares, the system will end. Means they will end. Not individually. We will on the individual case against them will act by rule of law, by international law, by Geneva Convention, by other. They will not have death sentence. Their crime huge, satanic, very apocalyptic, and they plan to do global forum this apocalyptic day crimes means war. Think about that, people. You means your only chance. This. My mission for you from universe unity. You know me decades of years. I say you, your only chance this. Understand what I said is true. No wait from them other action. No wait. And act together with me. Only your chance. No listen to the media. No be fooled by them. They anyway, again, they will use anyway, will use their methods for keep the system, for launch the big crisis. We can stop them. If not, they are not to stop it. And climate crisis, rocketeering, this fresh. And in wartime, big wartime, what will happen? Much more. Climate crisis will increase sharply. You will die. All of you, as human beings, you will die. You will not survive because your physiology not will adapt to 5 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees Celsius. No way. But they, world rulers, Rothschild and Co., not believing that they have faith to Satan, literally, to Satan. And they believe climate crisis not will affect them seriously. But will kill billions, this is good. Additional tool they're planning to use, climate crisis they're planning to use against you for kill 5 billion of you. So what's now happening? We can't stop all that. We can't stop this genocide. Directly link it to climate crisis. I said that by fact check. Because same persons, same co, Rothschild and Co. They behind and collaborated with Putler, who launched genocidal war in Europe against Ukraine, and Ilham Aliyev at Putler, and against me, same names, same names. Putler, Aliyev, Netanyahu, this online undeniable. Both Putin are in Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev keeping under control by system terror and torture, means his bunker, his brigades in bunker. They are his generals too. Each second tortured me by banned weapons and top secret high-tech devices, which supplied to them by Netanyahu authority, by Putler green light. High-tech devices, high-tech programs, including artificial intelligence. Same persons. Who behind them? Putler, Ilham Aliyev at Putler, remain untouchable. Why? I repeated saying, because they're keeping me under control. For that reason, Ilham Aliyev authority untouchable despite here crackdown after crackdown. This fresh. Ilham Aliyev launched new crackdown against media, against opposition figures. Tevfik Yagublu, well known, means my English. One of opposition leader again arrested after Gubadi Badoglu, who professed before him was Bakhtiyar Hajiyev. Now Tevfik Yagublu, Abzas media leadership, including investigative journalists. Hafiz Babalı, leader of Abzas media, is Sevinç Vagif kızı, Ulvi Hasanli, deputies Muhammed Kekalov and Nargiz Absalamova. All day arrested, fresh. And others, they are trade union opposition for fighting workers' right. Afyaddin Mammadov also jailed, and increasing of that. Nothing. There already should be sanctions. What you say, sanctions. Chinghiz there. Trustworthy Hamaliyev. Take obligation of his security. His security can act in do his mission using internet as now Chinghiz live. These morons dump Ursula von der Leyen, Charles Michel, Joe Biden, Anthony Blinken, Jack Sullivan, King Charles, Prince Andrew, Prince Williams, his cocaine Kate, Rishi Sunak, Schultz, Merz. Why I call them moron? Because they think you moron. You will, what you think, you will reject that, and how they interpret that, you will allow that. Why they thinking this form about you? Because they think you morons. If so, and this so, that's true, they themselves morons. When they're thinking you morons, those people. Who behind Israel? Creation even of the state. Rothschild family. Zionist Federation was created by them, financing by them, and continue. Behind all these schemes, including AIPAC, this all Rothschild family. These World Education Centers, they created this one, World Education Centers, all they financing by Rothschild family. Harvard, Yale, Columbia, others. Fully they covered you, fully done. The media, and they created Israel, we know. How they created that, people? What before your eyes, there's genocide happening. You should go to internet and they have all this fact. And I try to show too. I show you in Chinghiz Live too about this fact. Videos, docs, how all that started. The Balfour Declaration is nothing. This can't be come to this what happened in 1947. This resolution of United Nations General Assembly, even not Security Council. Means this unlawful. Because by United Nations Charter, how unlawful, this can't be implemented, this forum. This United Nations General Assembly, even today that about United Nations Charter, and I oppose that. I plenty time call for reform United Nations. This veto right should be finally suspended. It's rejected of Security Council. But Security Council, if approved, is coming as law, mandatory law, mandatory, and implementing. If not implemented by targeted country, which resolution, there are measures, sanctions, other measures. Without Security Council, this can't happen. Partition of Palestine, 1947, the United Nations General Assembly rule, no Security Council. Means this can't be implemented. But what's happening? They are figures, figures. They are fully 5% of the Palestine Jewish nationalities, I think 5%. 95 was Arabs, mainly Muslim, mainly means, and also there are some figures about Christians, Orthodox Christians. It was in time normal city, Jerusalem, peaceful civilization was there. That's true, but they propaganda lying to you. This was 95% non-Jewish, centuries, because your history, there was civilization, there was very peaceful city, Jerusalem, other cities. And first terrorist organization was created. Irgun, I not recall, and others. Gang of Stern, or Stern Gang. There are 3 terrorist organizations. Kahana, yes. Kahana, Gang of Stern, and Irgun. Was created by whom? By Jewish. Immigrant from Poland, Menachem Begin, who came in 1977, Israel Prime Minister. Another member of terrorist organization, Yitzhak Shamir II, was Prime Minister of Israel. Second President of Israel was terrorist and ordered assassination of the opponents, Jewish nationality. Name known, I not now recall. And they started terrorist action, bombs, hotels, killings of British envoys in Egypt, even killings of envoy from United Nations. I previously Chinghiz live about that. Said Bernard, yeah, they're attacking me. Therefore, they're attacking me. Yeah, Bernadotte, yeah, and using terrorist action, and also was attacking Palestinians by mass killings. By mass killings. I show you video who was part of that, not only witness, they were soldiers. By laughing, they say that, how they killing people, exterminated these people, even using this flamethrower, raping women, underage girls, terrorizing, torturing people. In some they attack a village, they are Palestinians. They're killing more. But some part they take as captives to West Jerusalem. West Jerusalem was under their control. And there, all people, Jewish people, civilians, come, start beating these captives, the Palestinians, which no soldiers, these civilians on their villages, they, for centuries there, peacefully. Again, I say, look at this video before 1940, okay, 1947, before World War II, peacefully. Spitting on them, tortured them in West Jerusalem. Civilians, Jewish civilians come, and these captive Palestinian civilians who by terrorists, Israeli Jewish terrorists, was decided take as captive to Western Jerusalem. And they was beating all Jewish civilians, beating them, spitting on their face, who will beating to die, spitting on them. And years later, decades of years later, repeatedly such things, such inhumane action against Palestinians from Israel. 1950s, 1960s, particularly after 1967, and later, again. They show you Hamas video when Palestinians spit on these captives, Jewish. But why are they doing that? Again, Hamas attack not was happening in vacuum. It's not, period. Repeatedly was against them such brutality, such even more. Even more. Their figures. Even more. And in October 7, what was happening? Who killed? Hamas killed all these 1,400? Huh? This lie, this already, we can say, this blatant lie. Part of this 1,400, 800 of which civilians. What about these civilians? About military can. Even also they are possible friendly fire. But these civilians, part of the civilians was killed intentionally by IDF, Israel Defense Forces. Their video, I show you video, this woman was in house, but Israel tank shelled this house. There was as hostage there because Hamas was there in the house. Anyway, when they knew they are Jewish residents of this kibbutz Be'eri, and this happened not only in Be'eri, they anyway shelling this house by tank. And such thing was happening repeatedly. Through investigation, we reveal Hamas attack was terrorist attack. Period. I said that. And this attack was crime against humanity. But such thing as so much people kill Hamas, all that, raped women with not confirmed, they beheaded babies, blatant lie, other things, such forum. Not confirmed, not there. Even several of them was lie, and this lie means this info was accepted by official Israel, this info. But after that, they anyway repeating that. People, there was music festival. Most civilians was killed there. Huh? Night before October 7, Israel military, night, take urgent meeting. Because even starting 1 year ago, but furthermore, nearly more, 3 months ago, before October 7, and also weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks before October 7. Repeatedly, people, think about that repeatedly. Egypt intelligence chief informed Israeli intelligence chief they will attack Israel own in border with Gaza, fully equipped by electronic devices. Israel high-tech countries, huh? Fully. They employees, militaries. Written report to their chief, Hamas prepare for attack Israel. In south part even. Show this region where. And after that, again, by other channel, Israel authority informed. What I say now, this confirmed, verified by docs. Or again, nothing, silent. Full ignoration. Nothing done. And night before October 7, military come urgent meeting. You can't think, are they planning do something for prevent? Because they finally, for example, this no way they intelligence failed. I'm talking about that. They knew. It's not the intelligence failed. They are fact saying itself. But we can think in night before October 7, military urgency meeting for that reason was. Yes, for that reason. But which decision there was? I can say this my words, but not literally means that. All good go okay, all go good. They can prevent this music festival. They not did that. Ban, they're dangerous, emergency, stop that. Huh? And music festival will stop it. Military knew that Hamas will attack. Night before October 7. This last day official meeting. They did nothing. And helicopters when attacking and tanks, helicopters attack Hamas, response, they attacking civilians in this music festival, the helicopters. Many civilians was killed by Israel helicopters fires. Confirmed, verified. How many? Exactly, through investigation will show. How many civilians killed Hamas, how many intentionally kill Israel. Netanyahu authority. Netanyahu, Gallant, Smotrich, Ben-Gvir, the others condom, Herzog, these inhumanes, others too. Intentionally. I previous Chinghiz live show you this video when women saying about that exactly. How Israel tank shelling them. His husband died, his niece died. She survived. Hamas also was killed there. But no doubt, in such attack other houses, after this attack was burned. Fire, Maya. They can show there are people with handcuff, buried. And this did Hamas. Why not by Israel attacking house where these hostages with handcuff, because Hamas take them use them for leave this situation? They fail to leave these hostages to Gaza, and they take decision in this process, attack process. They take houses, take their hostages, handcuffing them, and we're planning trade for leave this situation to Gaza. This reason. Other reason what? Why? Hostage and the idea what? Which reason? Piff puff, why hostages? There's no war fighting. They understand this war process was. They understand they can't leave to Gaza, and they decide to take houses, including hostages, for trade. And Israel was by tank shelling, killed them. There was fire too, and they all was burned. And Netanyahu come with video camera, means that, and show their civilians with handcuffs, they buried. And this did Hamas. Who will do through investigation? Israel authority decided all buried cars should be exterminated by aggregate machine for small pieces and burned into ground, means underground. Why? They try heat. Majority of these cars was burned because Israel military, including helicopter attack. Professional experts will come and will realize immediately, in short time, this car by which weapon, rockets, etc. was attacked. And Israel authority knew that. For that reason, they decided. Then at the same time, they decided terminate all this fact check. Who they, Who they? Israel authority. When they intend to kill own people, after that try terminate this all evidences, and all saying this Hamas. And after that, launching the genocide. When they, before October 7, knew this attack will, they can easily prevent all that. All that. They avoid that. Intentionally avoid that. They give victims, Israel nationalities, including themselves, also killed them for launch they planned. By genocide, ethnic cleansing of Gaza. And also West Bank. Means this land, big Israel. And this Rothschild and Co. decision behind Netanyahu authority. And not only Netanyahu authority, Israel political establishment. Behind them, Rothschild and Co., who ruled the world. Same United States, political establishment belong to them, British, EU, Germany, others. Therefore, they're acting as one team. They are genocide, they try to deny that. They are genocide, they try to call that as self-defense. They are genocide. Look at these figures. Sarah tweeting, Israel has slaughtered. I not read her tweet. He tweeted what in this statistic means real figures, but this tweeted by Sarah. Importance of that, and she replying to these figures from Euromed Human Rights Monitor, the respectful information unit, which used by EU officials too. And here figures. Look, from October 7 to December 17, today December 20. Okay? The Israeli genocide war in Gaza Strip is called. And I will read figures. Listen these figures. What this? This genocide. Killed people, civilians. 25,612 during this time. 72 days. During 72 days, killed civilians, 25,612. Among them, 10,091 children. 10,091 children. 5,390 women. 23,900 civilians. Injuries, 52,031. Killed journalists, 89. Now 92 already. During these 3 days, they already more, 3 journalists more was killed. Displaced, 1,850,000. During the 72 days. 72 days. Nearly 2 million displaced. Thousands of children killed. How many civilians? More than 25,000 civilians. Among them journalists. completely destroying units, means houses, 63,400, fully destroyed. 1,850,000 displaced, 63,400 fully, completely destroyed units, means houses, partially destroyed units, 173,000. Means there you can't already live. Destroyed, damaged press headquarters, 147. Damaged schools, 291. Destroyed industrial facilities, 1,441. Damaged mosques, 156. Damaged churches, 4. Targeted health staff, 473. 222 deaths, 251 injuries. Targeted health facilities, 176 hospitals. Among them, means hospital, clinics, all that. 23 hospitals, 56 clinics, 46 ambulances destroyed. And here, the killed number includes those presumed dead under the rubble. They are already decades, 72 days. Who will survive under this rubble? They were missing, but where they're missing? There, under rubble. Therefore, they include on these figures this. Without this rubble, 19,000 killed, 7,000 call it under rubble. Died, no died. But we know they died. There are no rescue, fully rescue, because they are under the attack. How they can? They not have all this equipment even. I will show you one video when it's freshly bombed house and how people try by hand rescue people. And 1,850,000 displaced, 63,400 destroyed homes, fully 173,000 partly destroyed, schools 221, damaged, targeted health facilities 176, journalists killed, etc. 72 days. They intentionally killing them using dump bombs. What called it genocide? In Ukraine was killed 1,000 children. Of course, this genocidal action. And all these shameful West developed countries, including EU, call that genocide, rightfully called. Joe Biden called, Boris Johnson called, Ursula von der Leyen called, Scholz called, etc. In Ukraine, genocide, because Putler killed 1,000 children. and many children they deported, means captured, for forcibly from Ukraine for change their nationality. We know that. Putin for that was indicted and there was arrest warrant. 1,000 children. There are already 10,000. Same countries refuse call that genocide. How this can happen? How this country can call world leaders, world culture centers, country of democracy, human rights? How this possible? This absolutely and completely impossible. Not view after this fact check. They supported, aided, abetted genocide. Joe Biden, Rishi Sunak, Ursula von der Leyen, Scholz, Blinken, Sullivan, King Charles, others. And by international law, who aiding, abetting, they're committing crimes too. If these persons who are mentioned, they think they're above law, they're wrong. They are wrong. Huma Zehra, Palestinian girl, kisses her little brother after they survive an air strike. He injured, both injuries. They Amalek. They Amalek. Huh, Joe Biden? They Amalek. Bible. Shame on you. This flash video. Israel bombed the hospital. This hospital. Look at this video. How rescuers by hand to rescue people. I'm sorry. Maybe this is better. Maybe. Hospital. These human animals, Netanyahu, Gallant, Herzog, doing this televised genocide intentionally. They're using artificial intelligence for that, kill more people. George Gardiakos. So this is a Russian propaganda site showing real news because our news isn't showing it. People are going to start watching this news outlet for other news soon. It's crazy we are letting Russia propaganda into our world because we are too up Israel's ass to show the truth. And here you shall read in Hebrew talking. We will flatten Gaza, turn them to dust, and the army will cleanse the area.
בעזה כולם, בלי יוצא מן הכלל, מחבלים, בני כלבים, צריך למוטט אותם, להרוס אותם, מבחינתי, להרוג את כולם, לעשות את הכל אבק, צה"ל יפרז את השטח, ונתחיל לבנות שם אזורים חדשים, קודם כל למען ביטחוננו, ולכן
Kill them all. Non-stop. Do more. Kill them all. What genocide? An intention for genocide. All occur. Israel leadership all publicly said that. Their genocide intention too. Craig Mohiber. In 2004, Secretary General Kofi Annan proposed an independent genocide prevention rapporteur supported by the United Nations Human Rights Office with access to the Security Council. Instead, a weak, controlled, politicized office was set up in the Secretariat of Secretary General. Its shameful silence on Palestine is by design, tweeting Craig Mohiber, who was working as one of top officials in the United Nations. And newly he resigned for protesting this genocidal attack against Palestine and inaction from United Nations too. And Clay Mohiber replying to this tweet from Ali Abunima. My latest is December 13. Craig tweet was December 14. And it's December 13. My latest, why is the United Nations Genocide Office silent about Gaza? This office head, Mairimu Nderitu, this woman, have a mandate to warn about potential genocides, but they are pretending not to have noticed Israel's crimes. Even United Nations officials, their office about genocide, under Secretary General Antonio Guterres, why is she silent? We understand why she's silent. Because United States, because Britain, because others, so-called Western countries. But you, Secretary General, and your nation itself, your majority, their country's absolute majority, as last vote showed that, which called for immediate ceasefire. 153 countries voted on yes. But this office, their genocide office, is silence. Sam Husseini, maybe I don't have this info, other one also was to call for that, but Sam Husseini repeatedly calling for that. There should be invoked Genocide Convention at International Court of Justice. Why not International Criminal Court? Because I said that, Chinghiz. And same position, and many others too, because fact check. Karim Khan, who elected as prosecutor of International Criminal Court for 9 years, already he in office 2 years, of 3 years. Okay, when they already previous prosecutor open case against both Israel authority, means who commit crime against humanity, and against Hamas, Fatou Bensouda. But Karim Khan take office and did nothing. And now when he visited to region, he exactly visit to address what United States and allies decide. Israel leadership and West Bank, means Palestine PLO, Liberation Organization leadership. Call it Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah. Basta. He visited Israel, meeting with these victims of hostages and hostages too. He visited to Ramallah, meeting with Mahmoud Abbas, which decided by United States and allies they can take all control above all Palestinian people. And independent unit, International Criminal Court, independent prosecutor, fully was acting by their direction. And also 3 years, 2 or 3 years in office, there's nothing he did after Fatou Bensouda open case. He lost his credibility. There's no question, people. There's genocide happening. Continue, this killing, continue, genocide. Their children, continue killing children. And Karim Khan not will act. not will act. I call him resign for that reason. And again, I call him resign. But I also call International Criminal Court, other officials, if they can, use their measures against Karim Khan. There should be new elected prosecutor. This can't be if prosecutor blackmail it or compromise it or some reason. How we can wait 9 years, or in Karim Khan case 7 years, after that new one will good. It's unacceptable. Karim Khan should be replaced. But now urgency. By invoking Genocide Convention, we can prevent this continuation of this genocide. Otherwise, no working. You see. International Court of Justice will rule because fact check. All this fact check. The genocide committed by Israel authority, Netanyahu, Herzog, and others. And by this court rule, we can go to United Nations General Assembly, and they, based on this court rule, world court rule, they can act, pass resolution, and this will mandatory. Means countries can act this forum, mandatory forum, because rule of world court. This Sam Husseini said about that, and the experts in Bosnia and Herzegovina case, genocide case, Boyle, there, and there are others, this Daniel Machova, these experts, the high-profile experts on genocide case, they're all saying they are genocide occur and continue of that. But Antonio Guterres not mentioned that. His office, genocide office, under him, fully silent as this office not appear, not exist, means. Other experts call it, including Francesca Albanese, for prevent genocide, but they also silent about invoking of genocide convention. This should be changed. I call Francesca Albanese and other experts. Start call for that. Invoke genocide convention and use your power of your office, of your mandate. And there should be genocide convention invoked. And South Africa president. Sam Husseini, yes, President Cyril Ramaphosa, it is a genocidal onslaught. And as a signer of the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, we have an obligation to prevent genocide. Tweeting Sam Husseini. You should invoke Genocide Convention at the International Court of Justice immediately. Of course, this should happen. Because President Ramaphosa calling for that. This tweet from Middle East Eye, tweeting, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa said that what is unfolding in Gaza is genocidal onslaught and the slaughter of the people of Palestine while speaking at the press conference with representatives of pro-Palestinian groups in Johannesburg on Monday. Today, Wednesday. And here this tweet, here this video, shortly. Watch. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa.
As we have looked at the sufferings of the Palestinians, we have seen similar features of what the Palestinians are going through as what we as South Africans went through. And for that reason, that is why we've said that what is unfolding in Gaza is a genocidal onslaught and slaughter of the people of Palestine. What is unfolding now in Gaza is beyond being unjust. It is genocidal, and that is why we are dubbing it as a genocide against a people and a collective punishment against innocent people. And it is for this reason that we have called for a ceasefire.
South Africa President Cyril Ramaphosa, I call you without delay, please go to International Court of Justice for invoke genocide convention, for prevent continuation of genocide. Without delay, this very urgent. Rebecca Woodward, quote, "It's beyond belief that the world is allowing this to continue," end quote. She replying to United Nations Geneva profile name. Tweet, here video, and I will show you this video. I'm furious that those with power shrug at the humanitarian nightmares unleashed on 1 million children. The UNICEF spokesperson. And this video.
Gaza Strip remains the most dangerous place in the world to be a child, and day after day that brutal reality is reinforced. Over the past 48 hours, the largest remaining fully functional hospital in Gaza has been shelled. Twice. I'm furious. I'm furious that those with power shrug as the humanitarian nightmares unleashed on 1 million children. I'm furious that children who are recovering from amputations in hospitals are then killed in those hospitals. I'm furious that there are more children hiding as we speak somewhere who will no doubt be hit and have amputations in the coming days. I'm furious that of all the senseless attacks, the only admittance of dumb is the use of dumb bombs. I'm furious that disease is as well armed as the warring parties, but no, it gets absolutely no attention.
One of my colleagues described people lying on the floor in severe pain, in agony, but they weren't asking for pain relief, they were asking for water. That it's beyond belief that the world is allowing this to continue.
United Nations Geneva, UNICEF, Children Organization of United Nations. This MSNBC Chinghiz, anchor of this channel, and they are all in with Chinghiz show, and here his videos.
But that aside, the deeper problem here is that if you spend any time at all reading the Israeli press, listening to what Israeli leaders and commentators are actually saying, it is very clear that for a lot of people in government, the mass destruction of Gaza, raising it like Putin raised Grozny or Assad raised Aleppo, is the point, the goal. Many prominent members of the Israeli governing class don't think there is such a thing as an innocent civilian in Gaza, have said that everyone in Gaza deserves their fate. From Knesset member Merav Ben Ari saying that, quote, the children of Gaza have brought this upon themselves, to an Israeli military spokesman saying the emphasis of Israel's military campaign was, quote, on damage and not on accuracy, to Israel's president, Isaac Herzog, suggesting there are no civilians in Gaza and everyone is a legitimate target, to journalist Shimon Riklin, who said this on Israeli TV.
חס וחלילה, שהמלחמה זה אני, אתה רגל על הגב. שהמלחמה זה אני מודה, אני אגיד את זה פה, לא אכפת לי שירדו עליי, אוספים פה חומרים. אני לא נרדם טוב בלי שאני רואה בתים קורסים בעזה. מה אני אעשה? עוד בתים, עוד מגדלים, שלא יהיה להם לאן לחזור.
That's not a fringe view in Israel. I mean, even the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, invoked the lessons from the biblical story of Amalek and addressed the nation in Hebrew in the end of October. And in that biblical chapter, God commands King Saul on how to respond to an attack by the rival kingdom of Amalek. Quote, now go attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put them to death, men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. Now, I will be the first to confess I have no idea what to do about Hamas or about what comes next. But the Amalek method cannot be the solution. To be honest, I'm not particularly convinced the Israeli leadership has any idea what comes next. Many want full destruction. And Hamas also wants this war. They have been clear on that. I think they want it to continue. They seem to think all of this death and destruction benefits in the end because of the rage it will produce towards Israel. But whatever your views on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, it is just plainly the case that our country is supporting a war whose animating moral logic looks to most of the world, and frankly to me, to be that every single last person in Gaza is guilty and deserves their lot. And that is the moral logic of Hamas. It is the moral logic that drove the atrocity of October 7th. And an atrocity like October 7th cannot justify whatever comes after it, whatever the response. There is no terrorist attack, no matter how horrific, and truly October 7th was horrific, that can wash clean what we are seeing in Gaza and what we as Americans and our government are abetting. It must end. We must stop it.
Yes, American people, wake up, wake up. It's not only about Palestinians. Who they? I say repeatedly that. In today's Chinghiz life too. You know, here again, George Gardiakos. See it? A video shortly, important, 3 minutes and 15. He's tweeting, if you haven't seen this, you must watch this. It's very important. And here this video. Listen, important, this archive video of these docs, what happening, how was created Israel, and why Israel come to terrorist state, what started there, and how United States, this position they show.
So, having made a mess of it, Britain decided to get out of Palestine by midnight on the 13th of May in 1948. And it dumped the problem of what to do about Palestine into the lap of the infant United Nations. Zionist terrorism had succeeded in its mission to break Britain's will to stay.
The British administration will leave Jerusalem within a fortnight, and very shortly afterwards, the last of the British troops will be out of Jerusalem.
On the 20th of November 1947, at the end of a voting process that was influenced by the Zionist lobby, the General Assembly of the UN approved by a narrow majority a resolution to partition Palestine. It was a proposal for injustice on a massive scale. If it was approved by the Security Council, 56.4% of the sign was to be given for a Jewish state to people, many of them recently arrived alien immigrants with no biological connection to the ancient Hebrews, who constituted 33% of the population and owned 5.6% of the land. But the bare facts about the partition plan proposal itself tell only a fraction of this part of the truth of history. Without the consent of the majority of the people of Palestine, the UN did not have the right to decide to partition Palestine or assign any part of its territory to a minority of alien immigrants in order for them to establish a state of their own. Even so, the partition plan proposal approved assembly did not become UN policy because it did not go to the Security Council for approval. Because the US believed that, if approved in the face of Arab and other Muslim opposition, it could only be implemented by force, and President Truman was not prepared to use force to partition Palestine. So the partition plan was vitiated, became invalid, and the question of what to do about Palestine was taken back to the General Assembly for more discussion. The option favoured and proposed by the US was temporary UN trusteeship.
We believe that a temporary trusteeship for Palestine should be established under the Trusteeship Council of the United Nations. In our opinion, the Security Council should recommend the establishment of such a trusteeship to the General Assembly and to the mandatory power.
It was while the General Assembly was debating what to do that Israel unilaterally declared itself to be in existence, actually in defiance of the will of the organized international community, including the Truman administration.
How this started. The Arab majority and Christians, there are too, Armenians and other nationalities. And also Jewish, small one. And the United Nations partition plan, resolution by General Assembly, who wish not approve it, not go to Security Council because opposition of United States, as you listen, because President Truman decided no use force for this partition. Without use force, they are not real. Reality. By United States, I think this wrong decision was, if you use force, they are not will happen what happened later. From start, there should be force for implement this partition plan until they stabilize the situation, and who remove from their houses, Palestinians, they should be, for them, Israel part should be compensated their houses. And this remain, these crimes against humanity, they are not matter when this happened, decade of years or yesterday. And I think we will achieve that. Israel will give Palestinian compensation for Nakba. Nakba 1, and now seeing even more brutality than was happening in Nakba, because genocide. And we shall prevent continuation of genocide. This, how Israel part was actually, they try to kill all. Even they try to kill Truman and his staff. Rothschild and Co. killed John Kennedy and his brother, but for other reason, not in Israel, not only in Israel reason. Because John Kennedy started fight directly Rothschild, who owned Federal Reserve. For that reason, Rothschild killed John Fitzgerald Kennedy and later his brother, and also behind assassination of Abraham Lincoln, an attempt to assassinate Andrew Jackson, also Rothschild family. It's undeniable. And all of them, this American president, was fighting Rothschild, means foreign bankers, money changers, when they try establishing America fully under the control central bank of America. But there was Israel in John Kennedy case, AIPAC, he and his brother, Attorney General of the United States, by rule of law, they're demanding, AIPAC, go to register as FARA, because you're financing from foreign country. And this was their docs confirming that. AIPAC rejected that. Parent company, current film organization did that. American Zionist Council did that partly, but AIPAC refused. Even today, they reject to that. There's addition. Jewish killed your president, and was attempt against Truman in Israel case only. Because he resists, in some time, he resists act fully back as Israel authority think American should back them. Truman was opposed. He was peace. He was there. Should be peaceful process, partition. For that. But later, he was forced by his staff already said that in previous Chinghiz life, by his staff and by lobby. He decided act on Israel state behavior. We show he was my English. He think this was wrong. Later, when he retired. So, Bernadotte was killed. British envoy was killed. Even Jewish nationality from Netherlands, because he refused Balfour Declaration, was killed. Terrorist organization leaders come to Israel leaders. Ben Gurion, who behind this Nakba, undeniable. Menachem Begin, Ishaq Shamir, and others. Later more, terrorist state, undeniable. And today, before our eyes, they terrorize the genocide. This genocide also not happening in vacuum. Because Israel come to this level, decades of years, by the massacre after massacre, massacre after, and all that was with fully impunity. Fully impunity. Nothing there. They create apartheid state, again nothing. Serious action against them. And finally, you have this, genocide. Francesca Albanese, United Nations Special Rapporteur of Palestine. A protective presence in the occupied territory of Palestine, occupied Palestine territory, is urgently needed. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, I was inspired by your occupied Palestine territory protection proposal in 2018, and I implore you to push for it now. This would help restore peace and accompany Palestinians and Israelis toward the end of Israel's 56-year-old occupation. And Francesca was replaying for that video from Sarah Wilkinson. This video was tweeted by Sarah Wilkinson, the CNN Turkish branch of CNN. Israel forces beating journalists.
Olası bir hareketlenmeye karşı da görmüş olduğunuz gibi yolun giriş ve çıkışlarını tutmuş durumda ve hiçbir şekilde basının fotoğraf çekmesine, video görüntüsü almasına, hani şu müdahaleye bakar mısın ya? Yumrukluyorlar. Aslında çok şaşıracak bir şey yok. Tam da İsrail polisine uygun müdahaleler bunlar. Ve bunlar meslektaşlarımız bu arada. Her hafta beraberiz. Görmüş olduğunuz gibi yine o sert müdahalelerden biri başladı ve bu müdahaleyi basına yapıyorlar. Şunu da ifade edelim, bu arada Arap basını, onlar Kudüs'te gazetecilik yapan meslektaşlarımız. Yine bir fiziki müdahale var, bağırmaması konusunda uyarıyor ve şu an meslektaşımızın boğazını sıkmış durumda. Sadece aşağıya geçmek istediler ve bir yumruk daha attı. İkinci yumruk görmüş olduğunuz gibi. İsrail polisinin şiddeti, dehşeti her bir noktada devam ediyor. Böyleler. Böyleler. Hiçbir şey ayırt etmiyorlar ve şu an tetiği çekti. Silahın ucuyla vurdu. Muhtemelen evet. Müdahaleler tam olarak böyle oluyor değerli izleyenler. Bakın silah tetiğini çekti. Vur beni dedi. Arkasını döndü gazeteci. Boğazını sıktı ve yere yatırdı. Görmüş olduğunuz gibi çok sert müdahaleler var. Çok sert müdahaleler var. Çok sert müdahaleler var. İşte gazeteci, Müslüman, sivil ayırt etmeksizin buna benzer silahın ucuyla çok sert vurdu. Halil geri çek. Halil geri gel. Halil geri gel. Gel Halil. Okay, calm down. Okay. Şu an silahın tetiğini bile bize doğrultmaya başladı. Şu an sağlıkçılar geldi. Ne yazık ki çok üzülerek söylüyorum ki bir meslektaşımız çok ciddi bir şekilde yaralandı.
For this video, Francesca Albanese called Secretary General Antonio Guterres for implement his proposal about protection of occupied Palestine territory proposal. Not happening. And they're happening this. Journalists doing their job, beating the criminals. They're not very aggressive against them, not attacking them. Was humiliated, beating, even treating for kill. Who guaranteed that he not will shot? Huh? We plenty of time we seen that scene. Innocent people and Israel soldiers killing. Even teenage, 14 years old, 9 years old, by their snipers. White flag, huh? White flag. They're killing own people too. How many Palestinians they kill it? Who raise white flag? How they by bulldozer attacking Palestinian teenagers, killing. But it's a bulldozer into body of this teenager. Killing after that taken by the bulldozer, the body of this killed teenage or Palestinian. Intentionally. These all same persons. This murdar, terrorist authority of Israel. Jason Hickel. The past 2 months have revealed to the world that what the United States calls the only democracy in the Middle East is in reality an apartheid state that is engaged in illegal occupation, ethnic cleansing, Syria war crimes, and routine violation of international law. Sam Husseini, the Palestinian ambassador holds up a sign, stop the genocide, yet they don't invoke genocide convention. I want to hold up a sign. Why? See piece by Ambassador Murray with contact info. and here Ambassador Majid Bamia, the representative of the State of Palestine to the United Nations, Riyad Mansour, raised the Stop the Genocide sign at the podium of the United Nations General Assembly. But go to International Court of Justice. Okay, some, as United States, others, and we know Boris Johnson too, as when he was prime minister, said Palestine not have right go to International Criminal Court, not have right go to International Court of Justice, because they not recognized it as sovereign country. Partly allowed to be part of United Nations. There's no full member, and they try to use that. But about South Africa, I already said. But about Palestinian Authority should be very active on this case. Reject any pressure from Joe Biden and others. Reject them. Invoke Genocide Convention. Be part of that. Means if by international law, the expert can say Palestine have right to that or not. In today, the position as no full member of United Nations. If not, anyway, Palestinian Authority leadership should actively work on this case, and South Africa and other countries, but South Africa already finally, without delay, should go to International Court of Justice for invoke Genocide Convention. Gianluca Castadini tweeting, investigative journalist Hafiz Babalı, this Abzas Media investigative journalist, already said that, has been sentenced to 3 months of preliminary arrest on charges of smuggling and conspiracy with a group of persons. And this group of persons is Abzas Media leadership. Crackdown in Azerbaijan because untouchable and very trustworthy Ilham Aliyev. And this woman fully supported, abetted, aided ongoing genocide against Palestinians by Israel terrorist authority, Ursula von der Leyen. Trita Percy, if this were terrified Ukrainian 3-year-old forced to raise their hands in order not to get shot, Kirby, his White House blah blah, would be crying at the White House press, and Biden would blast it as a threat to the rules-based order. But these are Palestinian children in occupied Jenin. So all is good. And their video. The children raise his hand because the terrorist authority of Israel, fascist authority of Israel. This intervention, this was normal video. When I download and watch it, that after download, I also watch it. My device, this one, this notebook or phone, Israel, Mossad, helping Ilham Aliyev by very high-tech devices and program, higher than NSO Pegasus. And this, you see how they intervene. They stop this video. Diye bu bakın. But you already understand. This intervention to my device, this is not internet, this device. How they can intervene my device without Wi-Fi, without connection to internet. Fact check. It's not first time. This fact check, take this fact check seriously. How I under full control. Look, listen, Sam saying it. This piece on International Criminal Court prosecutor Karim Khan by Palestine 47 profile name has some interesting tidbits I was not aware of. I also too. Some nations need to go to the International Court of Justice and invoke Genocide Convention now. I'm tweeting this tweet from Ramzi Barud. He tweeting, quote, when Karim Khan won in quote should be. We already understand that. Won 9-year term as prosecutor, he announced that he would prioritize the cases handed to the court by the United Nations Security Council, which the Palestine case was not due to the infamous power of the United States veto. This Karim Khan position. This priority Security Council. And they are who? United States with veto right. Fact check. Therefore, go to International Court of Justice, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Kenneth wrote, Israel has held an estimated 10,000 Palestinian children in military detention over the past 20 years. As many as 880 Palestinian children this year. They are the only children in the world who are systematically prosecuted in military courts. Only children in the world systematically prosecuted in military courts. Apartheid. In 2015, Human Rights Watch found that Israel military courts in the West Bank denied bail to Palestinian children in 72% of cases, while civil courts denied bail to Israelis in 70.9% of cases. Israeli civil court and denied bail almost 18%, but Palestinian children in military court and 72% denied bail. What means apartheid? What means genocide? Max Blumenthal. Israeli invaders recently massacred massacred Palestinian families sheltering in a North Gaza school, holding a white flag on a stick. Western media ignored that monstrous crime and still refused to delve into the mega scandal of Israel's massacre of its own citizens on October 7 with heavy weapons. Okay? We also know Israel killed own people, Israel's hostages, which raised the white flag, but this not help them. Fascist Israel authority killed them too. They even called them in Hebrew for not kill them. Francesca Albanese, dear President von der Leyen, I blocked her. The best way to commemorate the victims of a past genocide would be to use all your powers to avoid another genocide, as the one in the making in Gaza. As your important commemoration today risks sounding hollow. Of course, hollow. Because we're seeing them, how they can commemorate Holocaust when they supporting, abetting, aiding televised genocide nowadays. No way, no way. I say, no way. That's true. For sweet time, for camera, yes, Holocaust. Shame on them. Holocaust survivors call it for stop, immediate ceasefire. Fully ignore it. About Iran, Nazanin Boniadi, prominent Iranian dissident Fatima Seperi, who was sent back to jail after heart surgery in October, is reportedly in critical condition after continued mistreatment. She is a courageous voice for the people of Iran. The international community must call for her unconditional release. This should happen. Her life under very serious condition. She can die if not will act. We all should push Iranian authority immediately release her from prison. And also Nargis Mohammadi, Nobel Peace Prize winner of this year, should release too from prison. I say. Below the fund of BTS Israel shares a painful truth about the genocidal trip many Israelis are on. These soldiers are those who should protect the Palestinians in occupied Palestine territory. Any new day under the control of Israel occupation forces is at the greatest risk for the Palestinians. Francesca Albanese replying to this tweet from Yehuda Shaul. Yehuda Shaul tweeting. Incitement, racism, and extremist politics have spread amongst the rank and file of Israeli Defense Forces units. Artists were invited to platform for the troops and are emboldening these trends, and especially the call to reestablish settlements in Gaza. They welcomed artists for that. And therefore, Francesca Albani's reply. Another tweet from Francesca Albanese, she, again, United Nations Special Rapporteur of Occupied Palestine Territory. ETA, the United Nations, and the whole development humanitarian system in occupied Palestine territory draw the line on what will no longer be tolerated as Israel's misbehavior as the occupying power, or they will see the international community's presence. They are being dismantled, one withdrawing visa at the time. Mayrav Zonazien, United Nations Humanitarian Coordinator, leaves Palestinian territory after Israel did not renew her visa because of the bias of the United Nations. United Nations, all bias. More than 153 countries, even more. I believe in that, they are more. All the bias and these condoms of the terrorist state leaders, they're not. And they can't even attack the United Nations. Visa ban, etc. How United Nations come to this level? Therefore, their genocide office of United Nations should act. Their protection of Palestine proposal by Secretary General should implement such thing too, but may, of course, invoke Genocide Convention at World Court, International Court of Justice. This should happen immediately without delay. And they are about climate crisis. Roger Hallam. The most important fact of our lives, temperatures have been going up exponentially since the 1970s, and we will pass 2 degrees Celsius in the next 15 to 20 years, after which feedback loops will be triggered and we will continue past 3 and 4 degrees Celsius. Its revolution to remove carbon regimes or its extinction. You can sit around waiting for those you love to die, or you can get off your ass and do your duty. Revolt. Roger Hallam. Time for that. He tweet from climate scientist Leon Simons. He tweeting, we have spent 5 months above 1.5 degrees Celsius. Next year, we might hit a month of over 2 degrees Celsius. The rate of warming will keep increasing with growing greenhouse gas emissions and decreasing aerosols. Monthly surface air temperature anomalies from 180, 1850 and 1090 in Celsius. During this and our days, fully red, deep red, deep red. This one, these are our days. Okay, this. And how this start from 1850 and 90s and come to this. And this fact check. No blah blah. Another from Copernicus. Jeff Berardelli. Clever depiction of global climate warming for each month of each year since 1940 from Copernicus. Global monthly temperature, 1940s to 2023. Copernicus, the program about climate crisis. 3 ERA5 based charts you shouldn't miss this month. November consolidates 2023 as the warmest year on record. Few cold anomalies scattered in the November warm anomalies. Global monthly temperature 1940s to 2023. Look, red one, these are our days. Fully red, fully. People, fully come to that. And this means our planet. This Copernicus scientist study. Red planet, or red you can say. And that's true. Another fact about ongoing genocide. CNN, United States intelligence confirms Israel assault on densely populated Gaza is indiscriminate beyond belief. 45% of the 29,000 bombs from the area have been unguided dump bombs, killing countless civilians and causing terror among women and children. Okay? 29,000 bombs. 45% of which dump bombs. Means intentionally killing civilians. This genocide, people. This genocide. Stop killing children. Saleh Ali Al-Jafaravi. Saleh Al-Jafaravi. Look this video. fact of genocides. And also important. Arnaud Bertrand. This is so extraordinary that I don't want it to get lost in a thread. Here you have Ami Ayalon, the former head of the Shin Bet, Israeli Secret Service head, Ami Ayalon, comparing Israel's current strategy in Gaza to that of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Remember the Netanyahu government talking point that Hamas is ISIS? He effectively says, no, it is Israel that ISIS here. And this video. Ayalon, this former Shin Bet, Israel Secret Service head chief. He called today's Israel Authority, compared them to ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Look.
So I am not psychologist. I'm not sure I totally understand, but I think that one of the scenarios is we have too many, chaos agents in Israel. I hear in the television. Some of them used to be my friends, and they explain me and us and all of us that our goal, not military, our political goal, should be to create a human disaster in Gaza. Because from the chaos, we shall start again. And I can tell you, David, Aaron, that this is exactly the theory of the most radical, fundamental Muslim organizations. This is exactly the theology and the strategy of ISIS and of Al-Qaeda. From the chaos, we shall survive. And I'm afraid that what Ephraim rightly said, all of us who studied something in any university understand that you cannot send youngsters to war without defining a political goal. A military goal is never the end goal. Military is a tool. War is not the objective. And political goal and the essence of victory. Victory is never measured in military terms. So when we say the day after, we are trying to define the concept, the idea of victory. And we are not doing it. It's a huge failure.
I will try again. They condoms. No. Same. Okay. People, hear this. I'm today Chinghiz live. Say you. realize in your mind, finally, and you not will fool it anymore. If you not will realize, you will fool it, because don't. There's no way. The media, the politicians, all the system. But if you will realize in your mind what I said, who they and how they acting, you can finally understand this satanic faith having ruled the world and political establishment belong to them, and there no way wait from them as they try show themselves humanism, good man, care of own people, care of earth people because of our common planet. This not. And after that you can fight them. You can fight, and this final position. We our common final position. We shall start fight them. How? I said, for first, us should be worldwide, same day, on street and squares, billions. Our fight peaceful, by disobedience, but peaceful. Fight this not means using force, using arms. We not need and not will. But fight our powerful position. And we will remove the system which ruled the world. And you will free it. And what this means for you, for your future, for your children. This means peace, people, peace, which never exists on planet Earth in your history as civilization. Never was peace, stability worldwide. This never was. But can, and this will, sustainable means finally. My mission for that. This means you will rescue it. You will stop climate crisis. And we can work together in our own way for joint to universe unity. And what this means for your evolution, I already also saying. There's not some leap, which was important in your history. There's much more. Thousands years you will go to future. Means that. My mission for that. There's no utopia, no science fictions, no fantasy. This is true. I exist. For that reason, they're keeping me under control fully and denying you this truth, I from university. For that reason, they dirted me. They themselves, as you seeing that, this fact check, confirmed, verified. They themselves Sodom Gomorrah. They try showing me as Sodom Gomorrah. Their famous method, George Orwell method. Saying to white black, to black white. And against you. They already crossed the red line by this televised genocide. I'm talking about that. By this act, they finally crossed the red line. Oh, United States today's leadership, they are bipartisan. British, Germany, EU, G7, maybe excluding their Japan. They crossed the red line. Who they? Their true face. Therefore, not be fooled. No wait from them some reasonable human action for your own life, United States people No way from them. They're both genocide backers, supporters. They will care about you? No, be fooled. I'm talking about that. And together we shall act without delay. Climate crisis people, believe me, this death sentence to you. You failing act. But we can prevent, can. I'm together with you. I say, today this, I am Chinghiz together with you, Earth people.